Hello everyone! So my name is Maulidya Namira and I'm from Class A 2017. I'm from English department. Currently I'm studying in Mulawarman University. So how is everyone going? I hope everyone stays safe and stay healthy in this pandemic situation. Speaking of this pandemic, how much do you know about COVID-19 and how do you prevent it? If you don't know yet, don't worry, we're going to discuss it in this video. So today's topic is about COVID-19, which will be delivered in the form of analytical exposition text. Learning objectives. After following the learning process, students are expected to be able to identify the text structure and language features in analytical exposition text, identify the social function of an analytical exposition text, and gain knowledge and awareness of COVID-19 pandemic and apply it in everyday life. Before we start the lesson, here is some important terms to build your vocabulary skill. The first one, COVID-19, is the name of the disease caused by the novel coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, and is a short for Corona Disease 2019. Epidemic, an increase, often sudden, in the number of cases of a disease above what is normally expected in that population in that area. And there is a pandemic. It is a worldwide spread of a new disease. Self-quarantine is staying home and away from the other people as much as possible after exposure. Self-isolation, a healthcare term that means keeping infected people away from the uninfected. And the last one is social distancing. It's deliberately increasing the physical space between people in order to avoid spreading illness. Now look at the text. You can pause the video and read the text carefully. Okay, you're done? Now, just like what you have seen before, we are going to talk about analytical exposition text, and this is the example of it. We are going to analyze this text later, but first, let's get to know with the basic concept. What is analytical exposition text? Let's get to know. So, analytical exposition text is a text that elaborates the writer's idea about the phenomenon surrounding. The social function is to persuade the reader to look at an issue with your perspective. Exposition text can be found in many forms, such as legal defenses, letters, political leaflets, essays, newspaper articles, editorials, and of course so many more. Now we are moving to the characteristic of analytical exposition text. An exposition text needs to, first, clearly state the point of view. Second, use valid research findings to support your viewpoint. And of course, defend your point. And the last one is support the viewpoint with the factual data. Another important characteristic of analytical exposition text is the language features. There are several language features in this type of text that you need to know. The first one, use present tense, such as lions live, I eat, cheetahs run. Second, use mental verbs, such as I believe, I prefer, I agree, I doubt, I disagree. And then, use saying verbs to support the arguments, such as people say, it is say, research indicates, etc. Use connecting words to link the argument so that the flow of the arguments is logical and fluent, such as additionally, moreover, firstly, secondly, etc. And then there's use causal conjunction to indicate a cause or reasons of what is being stated, such as because, despite, due to, for that reason, in that case, even though, yet, otherwise, etc. And the last one is use persuasive techniques. The first one is use generalization to support viewpoints or arguments, use evidence and facts to back up the generalization, like using research, express opinions, testimonies, or quotes. And the last one is to use exaggeration to make things or issue appear better or worse than they actually are. Now we are going to look for each language features with the text I showed you before. The first one is use present tense. In the first paragraph, you can see it's using present tense which located in the I believe people should stay home to stop this pandemic disease. And the next one is use mental verbs. Still in the same paragraph, the mental verb in here is I believe. The third is use connecting words. It is located in the second, third, and fourth paragraph, which is located in the first sentence of each paragraph. In here, the connecting word is the first. And the last one is using causal conjunction. It is located in the third paragraph in the first word of the second sentence as because. Now we're moving on to the generic structure. The generic structure of an analytical exposition is divided into 3 steps: introduction or thesis statement, body, which consists of arguments, and the last one is conclusion or a reiteration. As you have seen before, the generic structure is divided into these 3 steps. The first one is introduction or thesis statement. It introduces the topic and shows speaker or writer's position. It is an outline of the arguments that are presented. Body or arguments. It consists of point and elaboration. Point is state the main argument, and elaboration develops the supports each point of arguments. The last one is conclusion or a reiteration. It could also be a restatement because it restates the speaker's or writer's position. Now let's analyze the text again with its structure. As you can see, "Please stay at home" is the title. The first paragraph is the introduction. The next 3 paragraphs is the body or arguments. These are the arguments. In one of the arguments, this sentence is a point, and the next sentence is called as elaboration. The last paragraph is called as conclusion. Okay, enough with my part. Now it's your turn. You're going to answer some questions about what we have learned. Ready? Let's go! Okay, so this is the jumbled paragraph of analytical exposition text. Your job is to put this paragraph into a right order with correct structure. Pause the video right now and read it carefully. Okay, you're done? Now let's see the correct answer. Here is the text with the correct order. The first paragraph is the introduction or thesis statement, because it introduces the topic and shows the speaker or writer's position as saying that the writers believe it is important to follow the WHO instruction. The next 4 paragraph is the body or arguments. It consists of arguments of reasons why is it important to follow the instructions, with each point and elaboration in each part. And the last paragraph is the conclusion or reiteration. It restates the speaker or writer's position which firstly written in the thesis statement. The conclusion also provides an additional suggestion for the readers. Now we are moving to the basic concept question. First one, what is analytical exposition text? A. A text which retells events or experiences in the past. B. A text that elaborates the writer's idea about the phenomenon surrounding. C. An imaginative story. Or D. A text which says what a person or a thing is like. Time's up. The answer is B. A text that elaborates the writer's idea about the phenomenon surrounding. Number 2. What is the purpose of analytical exposition text? A. To persuade the reader to look at an issue with your perspective. B. To describe or reveal a particular person, place, or thing. C. To tell stories or past events and entertain the readers. D. To inform or to entertain the readers. Time's up. The answer is A. To persuade the reader to look at an issue with your perspective. Number 3. What is the generic structure of an analytical exposition text? A. Orientation, events, reorientation. B. Orientation, complication, resolution. C. Thesis statement, arguments, reiteration. Or D. Identification, body, or conclusion. Time's up. The answer is C. Thesis statement, arguments, reiteration. Number 4. What tense is used in analytical exposition text? A. Present tense. B. Simple past tense. C. Past continuous tense. Or D. Future tense. Time's up. The answer is A. Present tense. Okay, so before we continue to the next questions, you can pause the video and read the text once again carefully. Okay, ready? Let's continue. Question number 5. What is the best title for the text? A. Reasons why WHO instruction is important to follow. B. You should wash your hands. C. Why should we fight the corona pandemic? Or D. How to cure yourself from COVID-19. Time's up. The answer is A. Reasons why WHO instruction is important to follow. Number 6. What mental verbs are used in the text? A. First, second, third, and the last one. B. Research indicates. C. Therefore, due to the reasons above. D. I extremely agree. Time's up. The answer is D. I extremely agree. Number 7. What saying verbs are used in the text? A. First, second, third, and the last one. B. Research indicates. C. Therefore, due to the reasons above. D. I extremely agree. Time's up. The answer is B. Research indicates. Number 8. What connecting words are used in the text? A. First, second, third, and the last one. B. Research indicates. C. Therefore, due to the reasons above. D. I extremely agree. Time's up. The answer is A. First, second, third, and the last one. Number 9. What causal conjunction are used in the text? A. First, second, third, and the last one. B. Research indicates. C. Therefore, due to the reasons. D. I extremely agree. Time's up. The answer is C. Therefore, due to the reasons above. The last one. What is the writer wants you to learn after read the text? A. We should carefully avoid dirty things. B. We should follow WHO instruction to stop the pandemic. C. We should avoid people as much as possible. D. We should take pills and medication. Time's up. The answer is B. We should follow WHO instruction to stop the pandemic. So all of the materials we have learned will be summarized in here. Important points. Let's sum up. The first one, analytical exposition text, is a text that elaborates the writer's idea about the phenomenon surrounding. The purpose of analytical exposition text is to persuade the reader to look at an issue with your perspective. Language features of analytical exposition text is using present tense, mental verbs, saying verbs, connecting words, causal conjunction, and persuasive techniques. And the last, the generic structure of analytical exposition text is introduction or thesis statement, body or arguments, and conclusion or reiteration. Okay, so we are coming to the end of our video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye.